And this is what is going to happen to you if you don't listen. Listen up. You can give any relationship the best chance possible by setting it up for success from the beginning. And I'm going to show you how. I have learned personally and experienced what happens when you don't do this from the start, and it causes many more problems, much more pain. So hopefully I've gone through that so that you can stop going through it and learn from my mistakes. Okay, so what do I mean when I say start the relationship off with the success? Okay, I mean give the person a map on how to love you or how to show up in the relationship the way that you need, the way that you want, the way that you understand. So ask them for what you want, tell them your needs, and then ask them if that is something that they're looking for, if they can do that, if they want the same things. So yes, it means being vulnerable, and it means having the confidence to just come outright and ask for what you want. And that can be difficult. But it's a lot more difficult later when you get your heart broken because you're not getting what you want from the relationship and you can't figure out why. It's probably because you guys were not on the same page from the beginning. So this might include laying out your insecurities, what you struggle with, knowing your flaws, knowing your triggers, knowing the things that you love, the things that you enjoy, the things that you want to build in your life, and then communicating those. Tell the person, this is what I want. Do you want the same thing? Can you do this for me? Most relationships do not start off that way, unfortunately, at least, you know, the 50% of unhealthy ones. And that's partially why. There's not honesty and communication and even enough self-awareness to understand what we actually want, need, and enjoy in a relationship. I made that mistake my whole life. And I don't want other people to go through the same pain when it's kind of simple. What do you want? What do you really want out of the relationship? And yes, of course, remember, you can't solely be relying on other people to make you happy, because you're just going to set yourself up for upset. You do have to have happiness from the inside. But it is okay that when you are in a relationship with someone to have needs, to express the wants and the concerns in a healthy way. Of course, don't be rude and demanding and belittling or judgmental or anything like that. Don't, be rude about it. But in a healthy way, just state what you want. And hopefully that other person will take it seriously. If that person loves you, respects you, and wants to be in the relationship with you, they're going to take that very seriously. It's loving to set your partner or any relationship. I mean, this doesn't necessarily have to apply to just romantic. I mean, this could be a friendship, or this could apply to any relationship. But the loving thing to do is to tell that person how to love you and not just sit back, watch them struggle, fail, and then get upset when they aren't giving you what you want, what you need, when they might not even know what that is, because maybe you don't even know what that is. But if you stated it from the start and then you find out later that it isn't working, you at least have that peace of mind that you did your part. You know, if that person is just, if that person just didn't take it seriously and it ends up not working out, maybe you could tell yourself that you did the best that you could and that you knew what you wanted and you were upfront about it. And if they hurt you and they ruined it, that's on them. I mean, remember, people are not mind readers. We cannot read each other's minds. Sometimes we think we can. But love them enough to give them the information and give them the opportunity to love you the right way from the beginning. We don't let people we love just fail without trying to help. So I never did understand why in relationships people would just say, well, if they love me, they know what I want. They know what I want. I don't necessarily agree with that. Because we all have different ideas of love. We feel love in different ways. We show love in different ways. And it's just like a language. The way you show it might not be the way that that person understands it. So maybe you need to show it a little bit differently, and vice versa. So if both people are coming to the relationship being completely upfront with what they want, what they need, their desires, their insecurities, you know, then there's not necessarily like as many surprises as the relationship goes on, and you kind of already know what you're getting into and if it aligns with the type of relationship that you want. But if this doesn't happen, from many of my experiences, the relationship deteriorates. It took me a long while to realize one of the reasons, and that is definitely one of the reasons. Obviously, this might stem this, you know, type of almost game playing by just expecting and assuming that the other person should know everything you want without you telling them, might stem from an unhealthy attachment style or unhealthy modeling maybe growing up. But the sooner that we become aware of it and change it, the sooner we can start having healthier relationships. Because that is a part of a healthy relationship, healthy communication, having the confidence to accept yourself for what you want, what you need, and being able to state it confidently and comfortably. And then, yes, you might have to respect the fact that it's not what the other person wants, but then they're not meant for you. So that there's somebody else out there that is. And by figuring this type of thing out sooner, will get you to that person much faster. And hopefully with a lot less heartbreak in the process. So this is my advice for a strong relationship. It's the fair, loving thing to do. To communicate what you want out of the relationship in a healthy way. Just like you would want somebody else to do for you. If you really love somebody, you want to know how to make them feel loved. And part of that is them telling you, and so that you can act in a way that they understand and perceive as love. Because you want them to feel love. That's love. You know, wanting to give to another person. So give them the map. Give them like the map to your heart, as cheesy as it sounds. But it's set up for success. at least from the start. This doesn't mean that the relationship is 100% going to work out, but I think it sets it up much better than just assuming that the person is going to be able to just know what you want, when you want, how you want it, and know how to show you love just on their own. We can't read minds, and everyone feels and shows love differently. Everybody has a different understanding of what love is. And if you want to have a stronger, healthier, happier relationship, find the person that matches with you. Find the person that connects with you on that level and that you guys want the same thing. Ultimately, big picture. I hope this helped you guys. Don't let your hearts get ripped up, okay? Watch some of my other videos that I'll put up on the screen, and I'll see you later.